Welcome one and all, I'm the Gleeful Grognard and this is the weekend deal for the 6th of June 2014. First up on our list is Sins of a Solar Empire Rebellion. This comes in either a standalone pack for $9.99 or a 4-pack for $29.99 on Steam. Sins of a Solar Empire is a really interesting game series. I really enjoy it, but I don't play it a lot and I find that after a few weeks of playing it, I really don't want to touch it again for a while. This doesn't sound like much of an endorsement from my side, but it actually is a really solid game. It's just every game goes for, 7 hours minimum. And there's no real campaign in it either, so yeah, it's a game you want to play with your friends. So I'd almost suggest going for the 4-pack over the 9-pack and then dedicating a weekend to playing this game with your friends. Sins of a Solar Empire is it's a sort of 4X cross with RTS in space, I think, and it moves slowly, but its focus is on combat, far more than most 4Xs are, or at least, while most 4Xs have the option for combat and very strong combat features, they also offer other options, and diplomacy in Sins of a Solar Empire is really never an option. Anyway, there's not really much more I can say about this. Anything else you want to know, you just go do your own research. It's once again, standalone pack is $9.99 or $29.99 on Steam and unlockable. The $29.99 is for the 4-pack, of course. Next on the list is The Cave. This is a very strange one for me to be recommending because I haven't actually played The Cave. I own it, it's just another one of those games that sits on the Steam list and yeah, it takes a while for me to get around to playing. But for $3.74 on Green Man Gaming, I think that most people should probably play this. It's an adventure game that actually has some fairly strong creative talent behind it. In particular, Ron Gilbert, who was one of the creators for Monkey Island. And the studio themselves have done games such as Psychonauts and the not-so-good Brutal Legend. That's my opinion on Brutal Legend, and no, I'm not judging it as a Devil May Cry clone because it never was that, even though it was advertised as that. It was closer to Overlord than anything else, but I still didn't think it was a particularly good game and tried to sell itself on gimmicks and star name more than anything else. Yeah, all I can really say is you end up playing as 7 different heroes, sort of, but they all have their own backstories, and apparently all of them have some sort of dark secret or something behind them. Anyway, this is $3.74 on Green Man Gaming and unlocked via Steam. Hell yeah! Wrath of the Dead Rabbit, or rather, hell yeah collection here. This is an amazing game that first caught my attention when Total Biscuit did a video on it, and I'll probably link that on a little annotation thing up about there on the screen. Hell yeah, Wrath of the Dead Rabbit was a really interesting game because it had all of this slapstick comedy and going around and a bit of Metroidvania-like thing on a smaller scale, where you play as the Prince of Darkness who's out to find some incriminating photographs, and he basically goes around killing other minions of hell. And I can't really say a lot about the game that's not being shown in the video behind, but what I can say is this is the only game that I fully condone its use of QuickTime events. I mean, holy cow, the QuickTime events in this game are worthwhile. They are not wastes of space, they're lots of fun, sometimes really tense and difficult actually with certain boss battles, but not too so. It's not like bang your head against a wall difficult, it's just pay attention or you will die sort of difficult. Anyway, so this game can be had from Green Man Gaming for $4.87 and it is unlockable on Steam. If you enjoy sort of platform shooting and a Metroidvania-like environment with a high level of comedy, check out hell yeah Wrath of the Dead Rabbit, or rather the Collector's Edition. There are also lots of unlocks, and they do the whole Team Fortress, haha, everything must wear a hat. It's a lot of fun. It is a lot of fun. And the soundtrack is just absolutely amazing. Amazing soundtrack on this game. This is a game I should probably get my fiancée to describe because she's played it way more than I have and has a stupidly high success rate in Binding of Isaac. And people say that they play a game a lot. She played this a lot. Lots more than anyone else I've seen, including YouTubers. Binding of Isaac's a bit of a funny game. I'm going to use Total Biscuit's term here because I think it fits the genre quite well as a roguelite. It's not really a rogue game, but it's got the rogue elements of permadeath, collecting items, randomization. Even though you will see the same rooms appear multiple times, there are enough rooms that it doesn't really matter, and the graphic style is so simple. I mean, every room is going to be a square anyway, and the enemies that are in those rooms will change, and what powers you have will change. I really like Binding of Isaac. Some people may be turned off by the sort of creepy nature of the visuals and the storyline, and others may not like the initial difficulty level, but one thing I can say about the game is it gets easier the more you play it. The longer you play it, the more you unlock, the more you get used to what everything does and don't have to look at the wiki every time, the easier this game is. One thing I would say though is definitely go out and grab Wrath of the Lamb. I don't know and didn't check to see if that was on sale on Green Man Gaming. It might be, and if so, pick it up. Do it rather than just the initial game. The Binding of Isaac can be had for $1.24 on Green Man Gaming. It unlocks on Steam. Last on the list is Dishonored. Dishonored is probably the game that most people who watch this video will see on the thumbnail and go, ooh, what price is that at? Dishonored is $9.99 from Green Man Gaming and activates on Steam. Dishonored's a bit of a funny game. It tries to bring Thief to the new generation of players, but I think it encourages combat a little heavily. The environment and the world itself is really interesting though, and I do like the ability to teleport around with his special jump ability, whatever thing. I haven't actually played through the entire game yet. I should probably do that by next week, and I can put up a review then when I'm more informed of the entire game rather than just playing tiny segments. One thing of note is that Dishonored actually ended up doing Thief in a new age better than the newly released Thief game. This wasn't too much of a surprise to anyone who'd been following the new Thief's development cycle, but at the same time it's a bit funny to hear that a game like Dishonored, which came as a new IP, did what Thief was known for doing much better than the new version of Thief itself did. Anyway, Dishonored can be had for $9.99 from the Gamefly service, I believe, and redeems on Steam. Well, it was a bit of a rushed video this week, but I'm glad I got it out anyway. Thanks for watching, folks. If you liked, like. If you didn't like, leave a comment, and then possibly dislike, really, if I've done anything that bad to you. And if you really enjoyed it or want to see more, please share it about, and yeah, let my deals touch many, many people in strange and unusual ways. Anyway, this has been the Gleeful Grognard, hoping you have a wonderful weekend filled with gaming and fun and other stuff, possibly social stuff as well. Anyway, thank you, bye.